يا من توارى خوفا من الأنظار
A program for you, a course for you from Nisana Tedwala.
ويكشف المستور صحب حيارى من أمهم يحتار يمضي كيدا في ظلمة الديجور يا من توارى.
Speech workouts brought to you by Magnum Pure Petroleum Jelly, a cream for skin care, lips care, and foot care in all seasons.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Nisana Tedwala, your speech coach. Speech workouts. Be with me in every episodes. Now, all praise be to Allah Almighty. Alhamdulillah. Wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Brothers and sisters, in this episode, we will be discussing about more flaws and bad habits in speeches. Now we'll be speaking about overspeed and lack of clarity. These two things are very common in many talkers, not speakers. Because when a person who gives a talk, he is already practicing, so he is not having these types of flaws. But we are talking about the learners who are at the initial stages of their learning public speeches. And there are certain speakers like professors, teachers. They have not worked upon their skills, but their profession is to speak 5-6 hours a day, or at least 3-4 hours. And they think that the content is very good, their teaching methodology is excellent, so they are unaware of these two big errors. Is the speed. One can be extremely fast and the other can be extremely slow. I will give you 2 examples to prove my point. There are certain speakers who speak so fast with you that you are unable to understand what they are telling. When you talk to them, they find out very difficult to focus attention on what you speak. This was an example of very fast speech. You know what happens when you are speaking very fast? The clarity is biggest casualty. Many a times you eat up certain words, and sometimes you eat up certain letters which can change the whole meaning or make the audience blank to whatever you are saying to them. Because many a times the mind of the audience is not brilliant. Most of the audience are average. Most of us, we are average. We cannot catch a pace speech. For example, if a person speaks very fast, to some extent we can match his pace while listening. But then our ears and our attention gives up. Now they are not ready to respond. So what happens when the fast speaker is trying to speak so fast? His main aim is to complete the speech, like a race. His main aim is to reach the winning post. And many speakers are nervous, so they speak fast. So when you speak fast, sometimes it's a sign of your nervousness and you're eager to reach the winning post. How do you do that? And how do you fix it up? Record your speech, and if you come to know you are a fast speaker, there are 2 types of things which will come in your way. First is that you don't take a pause when talking. Like for example, when you are typing, you come across a comma, you put a comma, then what do? You click space and tuck, the next word is typed after a space. Similarly, when you are speaking, you are coming across a comma which is not set down. I am giving comma, but there is a pause instead of space. Even when there is a full stop, you should give a space or a pause. Many people, they don't give a pause after the full stop. Whenever you are talking, you must give proper space or pauses. Let me give you a demonstration, a very small speech without pauses, and see. Once upon a time, there were 2 friends, Ahmad and Muhammad, and they were very good friends. They used to go to school very often, and they were fast friends. They used to help each other in many things. Ahmad and Muhammad were pals, and everybody appreciated their friendship. These boys were in the same school, in the same class. One day Ahmad was absent, and Muhammad wanted to know why he is absent. So he went to his house to discover, to find out why his friend was absent. He saw that his friend was sick. You saw? There was no full stop. But because the presentation was little better, you did not notice. But if I put it with proper pauses, the same speech, you will notice the difference. Let me demonstrate that. Once upon a time, there were two good friends, Ahmed and Muhammad. They were young boys studying in the same school. Ahmed and Muhammad were buddy, and everybody appreciated their friendships. Both of them reached the school and greeted each other every morning with a warm welcome, sat together, they ate together, people saw them sitting together, talking together and playing together. One day, Ahmed was absent and his friend Muhammad was curious and upset why his friend was absent. So after the school, he went to Ahmed's house to find out why Ahmed was absent. He saw that his friend was sick. He prayed for his friend for a quick cure. You saw? Now this was a well-matched, paced speech with proper pauses when it is required. Now we will see a pace which is very slow. And there are certain speeches which are so slow, in spite of the rich content, they work like sleeping pills for the audience. People who don't get sleep or who are not able to sleep, insomniac, for them these types of speeches work as sleeping pills. So don't let your speech be sleeping pills for your audience. Okay? I will give you a demonstration of a slow and a boring speech. They say, he bored me to death. I say, don't bore your audience to sleep, that they keep on praying, my God, I hope the speech gets over soon. I will give you a demonstration of that slow speech now. Once upon a time, there were two friends, Ahmed and Muhammad. Both of them studied in the same school. They went to school together. They studied, they played, they ate together. People were happy to see them together. One day, Ahmed was sick, so he could not come to school. Muhammad was worried. Why? His friend Ahmed was not in the school. So after the school, Muhammad went to his house to visit his friend and saw that Ahmed was sick. So he prayed for Ahmed. You saw pauses like commas and full stop in between sentences. Imagine you are writing an essay or a letter and you put commas and full stops in between before the sentence ends. How does it look like? Your teacher would give you a big zero and a cross, right? Similarly, when you talk, you should try to see to it that you don't pause where it is not required. Otherwise, the people will lose the attention to what you are talking, no matter how important subject you are discussing about. People want attractive pace, modulation and everything. When you assemble all these things, your speech is a beautiful speech. So you have to work upon pace, speed control, and also other things what we have discussed in the earlier episodes. Now, how do you control your speed if you are speaking very slow? Now that's the question, and you must be wanting an answer. The reason for your slow speech is the same reasons for your fumbles. Do you remember that in the previous episodes? Because your mind is not throwing out the words on your tongue, and your tongue is grasping for the words. If you are a fast speaker, your tongue will fumble. But if you are a slow speaker and your mind is slower to give the words, the tongue is slow, the mind is slow. So what happens? It is waiting for the words and you are taking a full stop. Instead of fumble, you are giving a long pause. I repeat again, instead of fumbling your mind in defense is giving a long pause, and pauses in between the sentences makes your speech boring. What do? Try to speak fast. How? I used to have these types of flaws in my speeches in the early part of my public talks. What did I do? I started studying from the experts, and then one day I experimented it, and I'm sharing it with you so that you can be also benefit out of it if your speech is very slow. What I did, I thought of a story, and I said I'm going to tell a story as fast as I can. Why? Because my mind is lazy in throwing out the words. So I will speak a story very fast. I break the rules. Once upon a time there were two friends, Ahmed and Mohammed, and they were studying in the same school, and the friends marveled at the friendship. They ate together, they spoke together, they read together, they studied together, they came and they went together. One day Ahmed was absent and Mohammed was worried about his friend's absence. So after the school he went to the school, to his house, and to see how his friend was there. He saw that his friend was sick, so he prayed for him. What happened? I'm making my mind work very fast. But in my real speech I will not speak so fast. This is only in my experiments and my workouts, so that the lazy mind gets some sprints. So when it walks gracefully. When it talks gracefully. This is what you can do, an assignment for you. If you are talking very slow, this is an assignment for you. Okay? But if you are talking very fast, what is the assignment for you? Watch out your speech. At every full stop, take a pause and smile, and then move ahead. So this will be helpful to you in building muscles to your speeches and beautify it without cosmetics, because speeches don't require cosmetics. It requires a style, and that style can be achieved through speech workouts, and that's what you are doing and keep doing. Send me your feedbacks and your questions on speechworkouts@gmail.com. I will be waiting for them. That's all in this episode, with lots of supplications and duas for you and well wishes from your coach Nisar Nadiadwala. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.